Michelle Moonshine.
That's good.
Thank you.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on the show. Local singer-songwriter.
Yes.
Did you grow up in Salt Lake?
I did.
Awesome. What part?
Sandy.
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 That's where I lived when I first moved out here.
Good old Sandy.
Oh, good old
Yeah.
Sandy. I wanted to chat a little bit about a song that I came across called Hellbent. And I kind of wanted to hear the story behind that song and how old you were when you wrote it, like what was going through your mind. Was it one of the first songs that you had written on your own? All that stuff.
Okay. Well, I kind of have a weird start story.
Okay.
And it's about that song too. I used to sneak into bars.
Okay.
Before I played music too, as well as after. But I was 18 and I snuck into the Hog Wallow with two girlfriends of mine. And
were you just sneaking in to listen to music, or
yeah,
or the normal
sneaking into listen to a band, which is called Tony Holiday and the Tones.
Hell yeah!
Yeah, I was 18, and my friend Jackie, who I was there with, her half sister is Talia Keys.
Oh, okay.
So we had gone there to see Talia, and so we went to. Well, I went to Desert Rocks let's see, I was like 15 or 16 and went all the time, and I knew that this band played at Desert Rocks, and so I went there, snuck in, met Tony, started hanging out with Tony. He introduced me to a gentleman named Timmy Cruz, who's really great too. Yeah. And I just watched him. And
so you just fell into this pool of really awesome musicians.
It was
by sneaking into this.
It was
bar.
crazy. I'm
That's awesome.
I'm 18-year-old hanging out with these people, and I was watching them, and one day I was drunk, and I had been listening to them rehearse, and I started singing harmony, and this guy, Timmy, he took me, and he was like, all right, you want to come with me? And I'm like, yeah. So first gig was the State Room, singing with him, and then the next...
Your first gig was the State Room?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, I hate you now.
I know, right? But it's taken a lot of time to, just Saturday, I played the State Room for the first time with my band. Yeah. Which is kind of full circle for me, which is really great. Sure. Tony and Timmy, and I'm not playing guitar. I've been watching them, and so I did start playing guitar. I started to learn, and I had one that a friend had bought me a long time ago before that.
Right. And this is, you're 18 at this point?
Yes. Okay. I'm 18, and so Timmy Cruz is kind of like my mentor and has been. Same with Tony, but one night we got in a really bad fight. Okay. And he's like, "You'll never write a song." And then I went home, which was actually work, because I was working, taking care of an old elderly lady. Okay. Living with her in Sugar House. And I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and just whoa, and just wrote this down. Yeah. Word for word. And that song was Hellbent, and it's the first song I ever wrote.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what's the meaning behind it? Great, some really great lyrics in there. You can tell just by your vocals in the song that you're young, and stop me, I'm paraphrasing here, but there's a line in it that says, "I'm tired of reading past the words. I want to look between the lines." Yeah. And I think that's such an amazing lyric. Good. And it struck me, as soon as I heard you sing it, I was like, oh my God, that resonated, So what was going through your head when you were writing this particular song? And I'll put a link to the song with this video whenever I post it too. So.
Sounds great. So I don't know. Growing up in Utah, I know everybody probably says this, but I guess it's probably true for anybody where they grow up. It's you're tired of living where you are, and you want to be somewhere where you can be happy. Sure. You want to be happy, and of course everybody thinks that's can't be where they are now. Right. So I was just in this weird place, 18, and I was going to move to Portland with my friend Jamie, and I was just done with Salt Lake. Yeah. For some reason, I felt like there was nothing good here. Okay. And so that was part of it. And it was a bunch of other things too I probably should have thought about. Right. So it was basically just wanting to be anywhere other than where I was at the moment, and trying to find that.
you started playing guitar at 18, and you just is that the style that you're playing now? That's just how you started out, or was? Because you have a pretty unique playing style, I think.
I think it was from lack of knowing better.
Right.
I think because I learned by watching people.
Sure.
And then I learned everything that way, you know, music wise. But I don't know. And then I think I took little things from a bunch of people that I liked. Okay. Like, oh, that's really cool.
Like people that you were playing with, or like
just people watching, or other players in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Be like, oh, that sounds good, or listening to old records and stuff like that, and be like, oh, why does that sound so good? And I don't know. I don't use a pick, so that's a big part of it. And when I first started learning, I didn't know everybody had a pick in their hand. They were just going like this. So how do I play? I play like this, you know. So there's that, and then playing solo and not feeling like I was enough or not enough energy led to like I do this like chucking thing. So it's like almost rhythm at the same time as playing. Yeah. And I felt like, and then all the little bass intricate things and stuff like that, like it's just like, oh, that's the lead. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm playing rhythm and I'm playing rhythm guitar and I'm playing the rhythm like chucking, and then I'm doing lead at the same time. I don't know.
No, I think it's rad. I think it's great that you picked up an instrument and had a relationship with it immediately, and was able to sort of walk through your own like ideas of how to play it. You know, I think that's really cool. I met you when you were doing your own thing, a little solo. We played a couple of bills together at Zest one time. We played at Barrel Room.
2 years ago today, it was the Barrel Room.
Oh, that's right.
Thanks, Facebook.
Oh, that's crazy.
With Pablo.
That's hilarious.
I know.
Yeah, good show. Morgan Snow came out and played with you a little bit. How has music changed for you since then? I know you've had a baby, and you're a mom now, so you have all these like awesome life experiences happening. Like, how has that influenced your songwriting?
Probably it was just like simplified a little bit. Like, as excuse me, it's like I've heard before. I don't want like a teacher being like, I don't want you to write me a 5-page paper. I want you to be able to write that in 1 page.
Yeah, be concise.
Exactly. Every word means something. Yeah. And there's not any fluff in there and any shit that doesn't need to be in there. Can I say shit?
Oh, you totally can say whatever the fuck you want. So I love that because anyone that knows me really well, like I do talk about the gravity of words and the weight of words and how we just sort of sometimes are very flippant about it and throw stuff out there and when we have conversation. But I think when you're writing something, you're putting something to paper or to a melody that if it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't belong.
Very true.
So I'm excited to hear what you're going to be doing over here.
Yes.
In the closet.
Yes.
It's cold in there. I apologize about that.
My house is cold.
It kind of happens when it's cold outside. Yeah. So if you're ready.
Alrighty.
I'd love to invite you in there.
That sounds good.
Michelle Moonshine, thank you so much.
Takes so much to live in the world today. Well, I ain't gonna run around no more. Baby, baby, I'm coming home. I ain't gonna lace my shoes up so tight. I like to take a trip and not just mine. 'Cause you know it takes a lot to live in the world today. Takes so much to live in the world today. Well, I ain't gonna Well, you know it takes a lot to live in the world today. It takes so much to live in the world today. Well, I ain't gonna run around no more, baby, baby, I'm a coming home. I ain't gonna run around no more, baby, baby.